Pound pimples. Don't scrub ahead 15 seconds. Listen to this. Do you like yummy jerky? You do? Well, you're in luck because this episode of the Poundcast is brought to you by LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. LouisvilleVeganFoods.com is where you can find all your favorite flavors of Louisville vegan jerky. They also have Toppins and mouthwater and Whelpdale chocolates. And right now, you can get 20% off your entire order if you go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com and use the code word Poundcast. That's right, 20% off your entire order. You could also find Louisville vegan jerky at Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other tight-ass stores. So treat yourself and support the Poundcast by going to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com and using the code word Poundcast for 20% off. Peace.
Welcome to the Poundcast. Today we have a great show with Laura Weinbach and Dominic
Mercurio.
And they do
Totally Tell Me podcast.
That's right. We have it's actually a really funny episode. Brent,
oh my God,
laughs his butt off.
This episode, this is the hardest I laughed in really a long time. This might be the hardest I laughed on this podcast, maybe this year even. Then there's been some really funny episodes, but I laughed so hard I was crying. My face hurt. It was so funny. So
and then after that we went after dark, and we talked a bunch more, and there's a lot of laughs in the after dark too. And if you want to listen to our bonus after dark episodes, you know what to do. You go to patreon.com/poundcast, subscribe to us there, and that's a great way to support us and also get bonus content every week, and you can't lose if you do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And also there's a YouTube, if you want to see video, and I actually do recommend seeing video on this one, even just for the main episode. You go to youtube.com/thepoundcast, because there's some funny faces that are made in this episode. I want to also mention that New Year's Eve, there's the comedy mega show, New Year's Eve comedy mega show. If you're looking for something fun to do and be at home safely, there's a stand-up comedy show that is happening online. It's with me, Andrew Michon, Natasha Leggero, Moshe Kasher, Fred Armisen, and Reggie Watts. And if you go to my Instagram account, which is Brent Weinbach Comedy, there's a link there to the ticket link. And basically there's two types of tickets. One is you can just watch it on YouTube, or there's another one where you can watch it, be in the Zoom room and kind of be with the people. It kind of feels a little more like you're with an audience and kind of with people on New Year's. So it might be kind of fun, but it's going to be cool. It'll be a fun thing. And we're going to do the countdown the show is at 8:30 Pacific time. And the countdown is going to be at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to be a Chicago countdown as a tribute to Doug.
Even though I was not invited to perform.
Well, he's been on the show in the past when we do it in person, but so anyway,
it's all good.
And but actually, Fred Armstrong spent time in Chicago, so and actually Natasha's from that area. So anyways, check that out. Get the link. I think there's a tiny URL link, which is I forgot what it is. Anyway, just go to the Instagram account. You'll find it, or just search for it on Eventbrite. Now,
before we get to the show, we're going to play another remix of our Poundcast theme. Now,
this one is from
So
this one's from
you who don't know by now, I put the stems of the theme song on our Patreon, and the Patreon subscribers have been remixing them like crazy, and the remixes are still coming in.
This is a pretty cool one. That was, I think this one also was a sort of remix of the cover that I did, and this is by Andrew Connor, ghostysounds.com. Ghosty, it's like ghost and then a Y, ghostysounds.com. And yeah, it's from Andrew Connor, and this is cool. This has a cool C sax sound in it. This
is really cool. Roll the clip, and then we'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're rolling. Welcome to the Poundcast, Brent.
Well, yeah. Welcome, Doug, and welcome to our guests, who are Laura Weinbach and Dominic Mercurio, otherwise known as the Totally Tell Me podcast. They have a podcast. I mean, they're musicians, and they're in a band together, but they have a podcast also.
What's the band called?
The band is called Foxtails Brigade.
Oh, good.
Oh.
But not all the members of Foxtails Brigade do this podcast. The podcast is just these two, which is Totally Tell Me is the name of the podcast. Mm-hmm. And they joke around and talk about stuff, and they also review movies and
music, food, and fun.
they review all kinds of things. Mostly movies. It seems.
I would say mostly movies, yeah.
They do review food, and they review
fun, and they review. Do you ever review bodies?
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Like human bodies, or
Yeah,
and
Okay.
bodies of work as well.
and bodies
okay.
of
Bodies
water.
of water. Bodies of water.
animal
Do you ever review
bodies.
Do you ever review antibodies?
Yep.
This is a great year for that, but we actually have yet to schedule it.
I think we should start off with some reviews, just like see what you guys got,
Oh shit! I mean,
Let's-
okay.
Let's
I'm
review
looking at your room right now, and I'm reviewing that mentally.
let's
Oh, yeah.
review my
Doug's room?
review my
Doug's
room.
room.
I was
Okay.
reviewing
Well, I was
Dominic's.
noticing in the background you have. Is that a picture of the Giving Tree book cover
It's the first thing I saw
by
too.
Shel
So
Silverstein, or is that me creating that from the little I made in Salverman?
That is what that is.
Oh, cool.
However, there's a skateboard falling out of the tree.
Oh,
My friend Todd Bratrud did that. He's an artist, and he sent me
I
a
was trying.
poster. So it's like
Oh,
a riff.
cool.
It's a riff on the Giving Tree.
I wasn't. It seemed like it might have been a riff, so that's why I asked.
That's what you call a pastiche.
Right. It seemed
I
like
think.
a bit of a pasticcio.
Can we-
Sort of a pasticcio nut.
can we also
Kinda
turn our
reminded me
attention
of
to
like
the other green thing that's in your background here? It seems to be a body.
Oh yeah, it looks like some
with
kind
a
of
head.
Slimer.
There's a head.
Hold on. Without
It's like a
don't
redhead.
don't bring
Oh,
it yet. Like see if they can guess what that is from far away. What that
He
is.
can't hear you.
He can.
I
I mean,
think
Oh, okay.
Well, first of all, a lot of people listen on the audio only, so we don't want to go too
Oh,
visual, but
okay,
you can
okay.
describe it, and they could imagine what they're looking at in their mind or something.
To
yeah, I
me,
would
it looked like it reminded me of this toy that Brent had when we were kids. It was like this green body that was made out of rubber, and it had holes in it, and you squeeze it, and slime comes out.
But slime had to be in it to do
Yeah, it had to
that.
be
But
in it.
You squeeze this green body, slime would come out of the eyes and the mouth and stuff. Yeah.
oh,
when I
that's
was a-
classic, yeah.
When I was a kid, there was a leftover toy from like my older cousins from like the 70s called Stretch Armstrong. Do you know
Oh,
what
I
that,
remember that.
do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember the commercial for that too.
I don't think I know actually.
Stretch Armstrong.
It's
I gotta look that up
basically
real
like
quick.
you kind of bend over and then you just have one person pull your one cheek and the other one person pull the other cheek and you just stretch.
Damn.
But the
And it
people
would
who
take
are
whoever-
stretching, you have
whoever-
to have strong arms.
Well, yeah, you have to. Well, it's
Stretch.
whoever stretches one cheek the furthest will be the
Wins.
strongest arm.
Oh yeah, I done
They
that.
are, and they get dubbed the Stretch Armstrong.
You guys,
I hereby dub thee.
they still make Stretch Armstrong.
I think I knew that because I actually think I saw a commercial for it not that long ago.
I want to see the old
The
school.
last 10 years.
I don't know.
I feel like the
Yeah.
old school one was different. Okay, so basically Stretch Armstrong is like this muscle man, and it's a rubber doll of a man, but the insides are just filled with goo, and you just stretch him around. You just stretch him.
Did he have was he wearing shorts that said Everlast on them?
Let's take a look.
Or
I
those
believe
kinda
that
like
sounds
boxer
so
shorts?
familiar.
Right.
It's so
Visual that
familiar.
comes to mind.
Like he didn't have any Everlast shorts.
I think he
It
had
wasn't-
Everlast shorts.
It wasn't sponsored by Everlast.
It was sponsored by Everlast.
It's not. It wasn't brought to you by Everlast.
It was
Stretch
brought to you by
Armstrong.
WWF and Everlast.
Stretch Armstrong, presented by Everlast.
Exactly.
I'm looking at the original Stretch Armstrong, and I'm not seeing that's something you made up, and
Damn it.
There we go.
That
Or
must have
maybe-
been in the more recent version.
Laura makes up a lot of stuff.
Brent might have put those Everlast shorts on Stretch Armstrong.
Brent's like,
He's
"I
kind of
never did that."
customizing. He's
His eyes just
customizing his.
opened really wide.
No,
He
I was gonna
customized
say-
his Armstrong. You know, everyone likes to dress up their Armstrong a little different.
How did you
didn't
dress
have
up
an
your
Armstrong.
little guy here? You
My
put something on
Armstrong?
there.
Oh, you want
No,
to see the
your
reveal?
little-
Do you want to see the
yeah.
reveal?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, oh, Eric Andre, right or no?
That's right. He's in the
Is that-
bird up green.
Okay, all right. Nice. I haven't seen his new season yet, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do that.
It's very good. And
Can't wait.
I'm not only saying that because I wrote and edited on it.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, I'd work on the show for 5 seasons. All I get is a doll.
That seems like a pretty good
So-
doll.
Yeah, I mean, when I used to train boxing, you know, I wore Everlast briefs while I was doing the punching bag, and you know, the one that's the speed ball or whatever you call it, the little
Oh, yeah,
thing.
that
I would
like
go,
little testicle.
you know, and then I would just wear my Everlast Speedos, and it was really just very relaxing.
Wow, that
I didn't know
sounds
Everlast
sexy.
made a Speedo.
Brent, what if
they
they had
they
like
only
make
a?
made
a
a
trunk?
silk
They make a
short,
trunk.
like a trunk.
Well, they
I have
weren't-
a, I
they
have a
weren't
toy that
like-
Brent. I have a toy idea that Brent might like. That Laura, you can get him for Christmas or like make it for him.
Okay.
It's called Stretch Dick Strong, and it's
Mm.
Stretch Armstrong, but it's kind of a penis that you get to stretch around and put Everlast shorts on it or whatever.
That seems super.
That would go
fun.
really well with his penis barbells that he
Wait,
uses.
hold on a second. I like that's kind of funny. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
the
he has a
character's wearing
barbell that
Everlast. He's wearing Everlast trunks, but through the fly, the penis comes out. Or you can unzip it, and then the penis comes out and stretches out.
Wait, how
think
about
it-
you get it and the body is like all hard plastic? It's not stretching. You're like, what's wrong with my Armstrong? And it's like, no, this isn't an Armstrong. This is
This is a
Dick Strong.
sequel.
You got the wrong toy. And then they pull down the Everlast and they're like, oh, okay.
All right.
I think it should be uncircumcised so that you could kind of like stretch the skin too as well. Like it's like a separate stretchy toy part of the
Wait,
part
it
of the
should be
stretch.
what?
You know
It
what I
should
mean?
be
It's
what?
an added stretch.
Uncircumcised,
stretch.
you know?
Oh,
So like
you get
the
added
penis itself,
stretchability.
yeah, like you could
Penis
stretch
itself
the penis,
stretches and the foreskin stretches.
but separately,
Additionally.
like yeah,
In a
on
different
top of
direction.
that, you could also stretch the foreskin.
Oh, you get
around
so
it.
you just get layers of stretch,
yeah,
which equals hours of stretch.
kind of like
And-
that little toy. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's
I'm
that
looking that
jelly
up.
toy?
I'm looking that up right now. Are you talking about the Water Willy?
maybe it's like
It's-
a jelly toy, and it kind of goes into itself in a way.
Yeah, it's like a hose, but
That.
you can't hold it because it keeps
Yeah.
rolling out of your hand.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
I got an
Can
idea
you stick
for
your fingers in that thing?
Good.
Among other
Does
things.
it make it so
huh?
that but does it make it so
It's-
that you can
it's-
hold it in that way?
It's baby's first fleshlight.
Oh, flesh.
It's baby's first fisting toy. I've got a baby's first fist. How about that? But also I got an idea for a toy. It's called Hard Armstrong, or and basically it's his
Armstrong.
whole body. His not stretchable. It's just he's rock hard. His torso is just a rock, like especially the 6-pack or the 8-pack or whatever pack it is. And you can also do stretch, or you can do hard Dick Strong, which would be just his body is pretty flabby actually, but the penis part is fully hard and it's not stretchable, but it's very usable.
And it's entertaining for kids because they can touch it and be like, "This is so hard."
Well,
It's like rather than having fun stretching it, they just have
Right.
fun touching it, feeling how hard it is.
well, maybe
Right, exactly.
you could
This
teach.
is amazing. I can't believe how hard this is. Ow! It's like they have fun hurting themselves by touching it.
I think it should be like you have to get the doll to get a boner, and it's like teaches kids about boners.
Like teach,
You know?
like the doll teaches you how
It's
to.
like, Daddy, what
create
is this? He's like, oh, that's a hard penis. Oh, really? He's like,
So in that scenario, would it have started
No,
soft
the dad
and
is
then
like,
you have
"That's a
to
limp
find the way?
penis."
It
That's a
starts
limp penis
soft.
and-
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
exactly. The kid's like, why is it limp? The dad's like, you have to figure out how to make it hard. And the kid's like, Daddy, how do I do that? He's like, well, first you have to cup, it's balls.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So make a little
Wow.
cup with your hand. And then you have to get your baby's first fist light and use that in some
Fist-
way.
Baby's first fist light.
Or flashlight.
It's not a flashlight. It's
It's
a
not a
fist
thing
light.
yet.
Actually, that hasn't been made yet. A fist
It
light.
hasn't, and it will be.
So it's a
it's
fist
For
that
baby's
looks
first
like a
heart
well, no,
flashlight.
it's like the opposite of flashlight because the flashlight is a hole usually
Yeah,
that is in
yeah.
a flashlight, but this is a fist that's coming out of a flashlight. So
Or is it a fist that's in the flashlight?
You
You stick
undo
your
it.
penis in it, and the fist punches your penis when you put your penis in it.
right, it
And
meets,
that somehow is entertaining and
you stick your
satisfying
penis,
for some
you
people.
stick your penis in the hole, and then the fist meets your
Meets
penis.
your penis inside, exactly.
It like fist bumps your penis.
Of
It's
course.
called fist. It's called fist. The fist bump
fist
light. The fist
Just
bump
fist
light.
light.
Has a little speaker on it, and it just goes, "Hey, bro."
Right.
So,
Actually, every
No, it
every
just goes like
time-
this, bro. Come here.
No, every time you connect with the fist, it just goes sup. You know, like so. There's like a soundboard. It just it goes in. It just sticks in. Sup. 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 Sup.
Sometimes on an offbeat, it says "suck" on accident.
Oh, sorry.
Like that'll be like that's like the Easter egg.
Every tenth
Every tenth
sup
hit.
it says suck. Suck.
You know what I think there's a market for is there's so many, you got the porn industry, you got the fleshlight, you got all these things that are designed for arousal. I think we're too aroused. I think that we need to have something to just chill everyone out, get the boners down. There's too many boners out there.
Well, maybe the fist light could do that too. By
Maybe
like
instead of a porn website, it could be like Norp, which is like the opposite.
the backwards point.
The opposite. It would be like Norop, but it would, Norp sounds good.
Rob. Yeah.
You're just checking out some Norp sites,
Are
Or
you watching?
NROP. You can call it NROP.
So in that website, would you be watching people have sex backwards, therefore eliminating your need to want to have sex?
No, it would be just, I don't know, baseball games or,
It'd be like board meetings and stuff.
yeah, board
Okay.
meetings, just videos of trees like blowing in the wind or.
But I also kind of do like the idea of it's only penises pulling out of various
Right.
holes,
Yeah.
I was
Just
thinking about.
only-
I was thinking it could be penises going inside the body, their
could
own
be-
body, like
it also-
inside out.
It also, oh yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
it
Like,
also could be
like
like
this-
penises shrinking, like sort of hard penises deflating. You know what I mean? Like deflation videos.
Oh,
That
like
could be a whole section.
Yeah.
videos of after they're done having sex on their porns, they just, when they're chilling, they're like, what did I just do? why did I do that?
Oh, guilt. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
shame,
guilt.
shame,
Guilt
shame,
videos, shame
Yeah,
videos.
shame cams.
Yeah, just like
there's, like-
interviews of the porn stars afterwards. Like, man, I feel stupid for doing that. Why did I get into this business?
Yeah, I feel like a real
Post-coital.
I feel like
Yeah.
a dummy right now. I feel like such an idiot for doing that. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, they're like, I keep thinking with my penis. I got to start thinking with my brain.
Or it could just be a couple people lying in bed right after they've had sex, and then they're like just trying to figure out what they're gonna watch,
Or they're just trying to figure out what they're gonna do with the rest of their lives. They're like, I just fucked everything up. Everything.
Or it's like, it's like a one night stand or something where it's like, so you want me to call an Uber or should I stay here tonight or
It's like
it's like
every
that kind of
movie right
stuff.
now.
It's like, or it is the car ride home, and the Uber driver is saying, "So, how was your night tonight?" And the person in the back is saying, "Well, it's a long
Not
story."
so good.
And that's-
No, they're like, well, here's what happened, driver. It went as I wanted it to go, but now that I'm on my way home, I don't know.
it's like now that I'm on my way home, I'd rather be hanging out with you. To be
Like-
honest.
Driver's like, how did
Honestly-
it go tonight? The guy's like, I don't know I don't know who I am right now. Who are you? How are you? I don't know.
He's like, hey, I got to figure out something to do with my life. The Uber driver says, Have you thought about driving for Uber?
It just turns into an Uber commercial.
Yeah, you got exactly. It's
Uber
like-
could sponsor this website. It'd be perfect.
exactly. It could be called Uber Hub or Ube Hub,
No, Enron. What do you call it? Nport. Wait, what's
or no, it could
Foreign
be
back.
called
Norp.
Oh yeah, Enrop, powered by
Enrop.
Uber.
I think it should be Norp. I like the word Norp.
Norp, powered by, or it could
What's-
be called Norp Ube, like instead of hub, you know.
Is Uber backwards rub? It may as well be.
Norp Rub, or it's not. Wait, is it?
Rebu.
Reboot.
Or Rebu?
But we could shorten it to rub.
Rebu.
I think we
Reboot.
should do some more reviews.
Drop reboot.
Well, I wanted to review the size. Speaking of sizes of penises, we didn't. There was no. We spoke nothing of such a thing. But speaking of sizes, I want to just review real quick something in the background of Dominic's shot right here. It looks to me like he has a PlayStation 5 in the background there, and that thing is looking huge.
That I do.
It's huge, right?
There it is. I mean, well, in the size of the screen, it's actually not that big. I can put my full hand around it, as you can see here.
Right,
But,
but you could not. You couldn't even fit two hands around it if it was up close and personal.
No, that baby is big boy. It's massive. It's the biggest gaming console I've ever seen. It's silly. It's stupid.
Why do they have to make it so big? Isn't the idea of making consoles smaller is more futuristic to just be smaller and smaller, so you can just. Why is it so big? It's like they're reverting back to when computers were, the size of rooms. You go into a room and then the computers, one computer took the entire space of a room. You remember
Right.
that back in the whenever?
I mean, they still
50s
do.
or
There's like
something,
server
60s.
rooms. In a way.
Yeah. So
I guess
why
we'll
why
see.
is it like that? Why are they trying to make your room turn into a server room?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, but I'm sure they're going to redesign it in a couple of years and it'll be smaller. But I assume, I don't really know too much about why it needs to be that size, but I can only assume it's like, I don't know, they got to put those graphic cards somewhere.
Let me ask you
whatever.
something. Is it worth the size? Forget the money. Is it worth the amount of real estate it takes up in your home?
I mean, I'm having a blast with it personally. I'm playing my Demon Souls and I'm playing my Spider-Mans.
How did you get it? Because it seems like we were going to buy one for our friend. It's a long story, but we couldn't. They're impossible to get. So how did you?
It was refreshing the second that they kind of botched the day one thing. Like they said the pre-orders were gonna go live one day, and then they just the day before Walmart and Target and Best Buy and all these retailers, they just put them up randomly and just with no warning. And so basically I just I figured out a Twitter account that was tweeting out the second that they were putting them up, and then I followed that Twitter account, and then 5 minutes later that Twitter account said Best Buy's got them or whatever, and then I went in, grabbed ones as quick as could be.
Did you go in person?
No. Just like ordering it online or pre-ordering it. And then it shows up the day it's released. But yeah, I think now it will probably just be random drops at various retailers.
So you basically were like a gunslinger doing a quick draw.
It was definitely quick draw.
You had your hand on
That's
the
how
trigger.
Dominic does it. He does stuff like that.
You had your
I did
hand
that for
all the
tickets.
damn time.
on the
Yeah.
pistol, and as soon as they pointed their gun, you went.
Yeah. Honestly, it's true. Laura
how
knows
Dominic
this
rolls.
firsthand. Like for concerts and stuff that I know are going to be really hard to get tickets to, it's the same strategy. You just
He
gotta
does it.
you just gotta
refresh. He refreshes.
you gotta have that
ass.
refresh thumb ready.
Dominic, what do you play in the band?
I play drums in Foxtails Brigade, though of course I haven't played drums with Foxtails Brigade since I guess 2019, or maybe maybe we were practicing earlier this year, but it feels like 2019.
Yeah. No, I
What
think
it-
we did maybe our last show in the beginning of the year, maybe. I don't know.
I can't even
What do
remember.
you What do you do that you can afford a PS5?
I'm also a video editor and a filmmaker, so I edit for various. I edit for this band called Pomplamoose on YouTube. They put out weekly videos, and I'm editing those. And then I also edit videos for this company called TCI, so it's like educational videos. So that's like my main source of income.
You know, Pomplamoose started Patreon, by the way.
Well,
They did,
not,
yeah.
not the band, but Jack
The guy
Conte,
the guy, one of the two members of Pomplamoose, Jack
Conte.
founded
Conte?
Patreon.
he created Patreon.
So he's paying all y'all.
He is.
Well-
I'm on the payroll.
Does Pamplemousse have a Patreon page?
They do,
Pamplemousse
yeah.
does have a page.
It's got to be off the
Pamplemousse-
charts.
It is.
It's
They're
on them.
huge.
It's on the charts, actually. Still
They're
on.
huge.
Are they? How many? Yeah. What's their Patreon?
They
Is it-
make bank.
I mean, look. The truth of the matter is they make. Obviously,
making
Patreon takes a percentage of everything. So
everybody's.
they make. I mean, think about how many people have Patreons and how much some of the big people on Patreon, how much they make, and they're getting a percentage of all those Patreon accounts. That's crazy.
But I
Well,
think
but not
Jack pays
compliment.
himself. Yeah, Jack pays himself a salary, so it's like going to the business. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
his business.
Well,
his
it
business
is,
must be.
but-
His business must be
his
worth
business is
a
banging.
lot of money.
Yeah.
His
But-
business must be worth at least $1,000.
Not only that, but Pomplamoose has a Patreon, and so does Natalie Dawn, who's like the other half of Pomplamoose, his wife, and both of those do quite well. I think. Am I wrong?
Well, I think Natalie, I don't know if she still has that because she,
Oh, really?
at least for now, they're definitely just focusing on the band, not their
Hmm.
solo stuff.
So, well,
Yeah,
anyway,
we don't know about this band,
Look them up. They're huge.
But Foxtails Brigade.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, thanks.
Now, Laura and Dominic, are you guys making music during the quarantine time or what?
Well, yeah.
Or you
I
just
mean,
put it on pause?
Well, Foxtails Brigade has been releasing new tracks. We've been releasing one new track a month since October. So we're in the middle. We kind of just started, but we just released a new one called Hurry Up, John. Check it out if you haven't heard it. But we recorded some tracks with the full band before the pandemic. So the first one we released called Slave was with Dominic is on that one. This new one, Hurry Up, John, is something that Anton, another band member, and I made together at home. But yeah, we have a bunch of more stuff coming out, and a lot of it is with the full band, and some of it is going to be a surprise.
Yeah, from older recording sessions from last year and I think maybe even the year before, just unreleased songs that are slowly making their way out.
But we haven't been able to, we haven't really
Yeah.
been able to collaborate as a full band during the
well,
pandemic.
yeah, and no offense to any other members in the band, but there's a couple songs that really lend themselves, I think, well to being played solo.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for those to come out because I'm
They're
gonna
coming.
blast those once those come out. There's two songs in particular that sound really good that are just it's just Laura and guitar and singing it and playing guitar, and they're just those two songs just go well with that reduced or
Stripped down
minimal
scene.
stripped down sound.
Speak for yourself. I want to hear one that's just drums.
Oh,
They have
hey,
that.
Drum
that
solo.
would be cool
Yeah.
too. That'd be cool too. Yeah, I mean, let's hear a
Speak for
Dominic
yourself.
track.
Yeah, those are created by Laura writing a song and then me just deleting the whole song and then just soloing instead.
Yeah, like this is the best part of the song is these drums.
Imagine though, actually, if you did do a song where Laura sang and there was just percussion underneath it. That's it.
We have that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we've done
Do we?
something like that before. Well, we've done versions of like the Bread and the Bait like that.
Well,
where it was
sure.
basically just percussion and voice. It's
Yeah.
not unheard of. I mean, not
No, I
that
know.
wild of an idea.
Laura, when you write a song, like
Yeah.
how do you know do you come up with the words first or do you like have the song part or how do you write it?
Yeah, it's different every time, but it's nice when the words come first because I feel like that really guides the tone of the song and sort of the structure, and it just helps a lot when you have lyrics first. But I've been writing more where I have just a riff or a progression, and then I can write like the skeleton of the melody and the beat and the chords, but then the lyrics will take a while to come out. So it really just depends.
Well,
Yeah.
now
I always wonder like because I make music sometimes, but like writing the words is the hardest part. I don't know what I have nothing to say ever. So it's always like silly stuff, you know? So
but you always have stuff to say. See, you know what I think though? Sometimes when I think lyrics come out really easily, it's when you're able to just realize that almost anything that is spoken can be really profound and really cool if you kind of put it in the right context, or just,
hey, that's a good point.
there's so many great things that are said all around us all the time. And it's the same thing with comedy too. Like if you start to notice things, they actually can be really funny. It just depends on your point of view, I guess. I don't know. But it's hard to get to that place sometimes. But I've been there, and I feel like when I'm there, it's so easy. And I'm like, why am I not just like this all the time, where every single thing that I'm saying is genius or something like that? Or it just seems like every little thing can be made into some gold. You know what I mean?
So
I don't know.
can you do show an example, or do an example of that? What's an example of something where? Yeah.
I think she just wrote a song right now. Like, let's go back and what she just said. Every little thing could be what?
Can be spun into gold.
There's a lyric.
go.
That
That's
sounds
exactly.
Like,
there you
it's
go.
straight out of a
See?
song right there.
Right.
There you go. It's just noticing those moments, noticing them when they happen, and they happen a lot. You know, it's the last song that I wrote, which was in September, I really feel strongly about. And I feel like was able to be in that flow state where I was just noticing everything that was being said, excuse me, around me, and just writing it down, writing every little thing down and being like, that's great. That's great. That's great. And being able to just throw it into the song and make it sound cool.
I think that's what most comedians do.
Mm-hmm.
Is like they just notice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's just documenting the world around you, really.
Yeah, just noticing things and pointing it out. You know,
That's the Seinfeld classic style. Did you ever notice?
I mean, it's called
Right.
observational humor, but like
It's more than that, though, too,
But-
because you're obviously revoicing the observation. So there's
Right,
like
but
expression.
even
but-
people that aren't necessarily observational comedians are still kind of like noticing stuff. You know,
Mhm.
someone like Brent.
Everything is noticing thing. I think all art forms is a form of noticing the things around
Then
you, or even what's
re-expressing
in your head.
And then re-expressing it from your own sort of point of view.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Even
should
if that's just like a moderation in tone or color, or you could be repeating the exact words that you're hearing, but just with the difference in tonality.
Brent, say you could just be repeating the things you see, or whatever she just said. Say that, but say it in a funny way,
Wait,
Yeah,
say
repeat
what?
what I just said, but say it differently so that it's funny.
so it's funny.
You can just repeat these things over and over and just do it in a new way.
Tonality.
Tonality. It's simple as that. And then you got a comedy joke.
Now, Laura, make that into a song.
You could be repeating what I just said in a different tonality. I don't know. It's
You
sort of,
can be what I just said in a different tonality. See, I turned it into a song.
Now, Dominic, turn it into a beat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Be
you
like this.
can be
I'll make it
repeating
a
what I
movie,
said.
but-
How about this? You can be just repeating what I said in a different tonality.
Pretty good.
I think we're going to write a whole
Tonality.
album on this.
Pretty
on this
good. Hold on a
podcast.
second. Dominic, you be kind of going like this. I'm trying to make it percussive, you know? It's like,
Mhm.
you can just repeat. You can just repeat what I just said in a different tonality. You just repeat what I just said in a different tonality. See, that's how you do it percussive.
Really
right there.
good, yeah. It's beatboxing, basically.
Or you could just
probably
repeat the first part. That's like, you could just repeat. You could just repeat. You could just repeat. You know what I mean?
What I said.
Yeah.
And when you do it, Dominic, it has to sound like this. You can just repeat. 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 Like
You hear
that.
that, Laura? I don't even need to bring a drum set over. It's just.
I
It
should
sounds
just
like
hire Brent.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a
No.
that sounds like a cuica kind of, doesn't it? You know, a Brazilian cuica. You know, it's like you know. You know, that's what they
Yeah.
use in Brazilian music. Pretty good.
That's the bow one, right? Or no?
It's with
No,
it looks like a
it's
drum,
like a
and
drum
there's
with a string in it.
there's a there's a stick in it.
Oh, it's a
um,
stick?
Don't you like hit it with the? What's the one where you hit it with the thing?
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
a
there's
different
a-
thing.
You
Okay.
rub the stick with a cloth,
With a cloth.
and it's inside this drum.
A wet cloth, I think, isn't it?
I think you can. Yeah, you might want to dampen it, the cloth, and you rub on the stick inside the drum, and it makes a cuica.
And it makes it hard.
Are you talking about Dick Armstrong again?
I know. If you
No,
rub on the stick,
He's still
Eventually-
on that.
hard dick strong.
moist.
Oh, wait. How about this for a toy? Hard R Strong.
How about hard arse strong?
Hard R Strong. It's
It's like all.
it's like the
American
most
Western accents.
it's like the worst toy you can ever get for a kid.
It's
Hard
full
on.
frontal nudity, but still no penetration. Otherwise, it'd be NC-17.
No, well, no, I think it would just be rated R. Like it's a hard R. It's like it's a rated R.
Okay.
Rated R.
Okay, moving on.
Hard.
So you guys review movies and bodies of
Movies.
water and snacks.
Sometimes.
Now, if I threw a body of water at you, you think you can review it?
Could be.
I mean, it would be our
Okay.
first body of water, actually, if we're being truthful.
Not necessarily. I've talked water before.
Okay.
Actually, I talk about this body of water up in here. Topo Chico.
Okay, I think you should
Love
review
it.
that.
Mm.
Topo Chico.
It's
Yeah,
my
just
most.
did another quick-
It's my most favorite drink right now. I just realized how good it is. I don't even know why I was not aware of this before, but it really is a delight.
Is
It
it
comes in 3 flavors. There's mineral. It's sparkling mineral water from Mexico, and it comes in twist of lime and twist of grapefruit. This is twist of grapefruit, which I thought was going to be my #1 favorite, but now it's actually my 3rd favorite. My #1 favorite is the twist of lime one, and it really is better than any other sparkling water beverage I've had, including, the classics such as,
Water
Schweppes?
from the tap.
what?
Schweppes?
Schweppes. Yes, better than Schweppes.
Oh,
It's
Schweppes.
better than Soleil from Safeway, which you guys probably don't know about down there, but it's basically the knockoff of LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Oh, Schweppes.
Yeah.
You drink water?
But it's so good, and I realize why, and it's because it has a really high sodium content, so it's got that salt thing going on. But it's amazing.
Well, doesn't
I
that just
highly
make you
recommend it.
thirsty?
I just absolutely love it. I can't get enough.
It makes
It's
you
very-
thirsty, then it keeps you drinking. That's how they get you.
Exactly.
No, but I think it's got that electrolyte effect. But I mean, it doesn't say that on here, but I'm thinking that it must have that. 'Cause it's
I think
amazing.
you'd have to have electrolytes for it to have the electrolyte.
No, doesn't
effect.
that salt do that electrolyte thing?
I think salt just
Oh.
makes you more thirsty, like Doug was saying. I mean,
No, they do that though. They put salt and stuff. to,
Yeah,
like, quench
I
your
know what you're
thirst.
saying.
It's like a thing.
It's a thing, yeah.
It's
So
like they put it in Gatorade and stuff.
yeah, I got a question for Laura, but I think Brent needs to plug his ears because the question is, what did you get Brent for
Brentford
holiday?
Can't be asking all
Um,
that. For holiday.
It's funny that you should ask because we've been talking a lot about it this entire episode.
Oh, this whole episode?
Stretch arm dick. Don't say anything.
Stretch arm dick. You just said
I mean-
stretch arm dick.
Stretch dick strong.
Stretch dick. Don't say anything.
No, it. Yeah, stretch dick strong.
You gotta get him a stretch dick strong.
And it's like,
Guys,
guys, don't
I
say
can-
anything. I got
I
him a
can
fist
hear.
fight.
Guys, I can hear you.
Brent, I'm saying you gotta close your ears. Plug your ears so she can tell me what that present was.
All right, I'm closed. Go.
Plug your eyes, shut your ears.
All right, I'm gonna close it.
Yeah, then don't listen to this episode back. Okay, Laura, what is it?
All right. Truth be told, I got him 3 bottles of Topo Chico
Mhm.
and 2 brand new fist bump lights. Just don't even say it. It's over now. Forget it. I don't want to say it.
Okay, cool. Okay, Brent, you're back.
I was plugging my ears, but I could read your lips. And guess what? No bush.
Just what?
That's an old joke.
No, truth be told, though,
Yeah.
I did want to get him something, but I don't know if it's going to happen anymore. You want to know what it was?
Yeah.
Swiss Colony Petite Four 24-pack. Yummy. Check it out. Go there.
What?
Go to the website. Swiss
What is-
Colony. I recommend
What is
it.
that?
It's a site that has all kinds of fun gift baskets and, different Christmas food treats.
What
They
is
got
that?
those summer sausages, cheese baskets, whatnot.
Oh, you're gonna get him a classic like cheese
Oh.
basket kind of thing.
I would like a cheese basket, and if I was giving it to him, I would hope that he would share it with me. So we'll see.
Well, and I would. It'd be something we could enjoy together.
So it could be a thing, but I don't know if it's going to happen anymore.
Are you guys
Brent would
gonna-
eat some of them?
Are you guys
Sorry,
gonna
go ahead.
spend the holidays together?
Looking like it. Looking like it. Yeah, I just recently though discovered this website called Swiss Colony, and it is a feast for the eyes. Let me tell you, I recommend it.
Laura's the only. I mean, she's one of the it's not going to be the whole family. I mean, some of them are not
Yeah.
going to be there.
Well, the twins are going to be in New York.
they're not
those
going to
who-
be coming.
They're
you
not
know?
coming back for this.
Yeah,
No, it's probably just going to be like.
it's just going to be me and Laura, and our mom,
And
Well,
me.
And my husband.
and
Dom.
her husband, and her
If there's
husband,
a-
and
if
Dom,
there's
And
a-
and
Stretch
Dom,
Dick Dom.
and Stretch Dom.
couple
And
vacancies.
Stretch Dick Dom.
If you guys got a couple vacancies, maybe me and Dominic can come. You know,
Yeah.
the twins, their seats will be, set,
Actually,
and
Me and
What was,
Doug
your
are
pla-
pretty
what was
empty.
your original plan for Christmas, Doug?
well, wait, hold on, real quick before you talk about his original plan.
Okay.
That Dominic and Doug are both. Well, first of all, their names are both start with D,
Mhm.
and actually O-D-O.
Oh, D.O.
Mhm.
And then also they're kind of smaller guys, so they kind of they're kind of twins in that sense, you know what I mean? That they have a DO and they're kind of smaller
Oh, meaning
guys.
they could be
I
the
could
twins
go
this
blonde.
year.
Actually, I could just go blonde and
No, but
No,
one
I
of
feel
you
like
could
you
just
guys are
be
fraternal.
fraternal,
in that way.
fraternal. But you guys are twin. You could be twin, and you're both wearing black shirts right now too.
You are, and you're
are
both.
tw-
Your heads are tilted in the
And
same
actually,
way at
hold
the
on a
moment.
second. You guys both have facial hair in
No,
a
that-
similar way right now too.
In a way.
do we? Oh yeah.
Well, you guys are like the black and white version of each other.
Yeah, you guys are like negatives.
Well, that's why you got to invite us to the.
You guys are like a black and white cookie.
That's why you got to invite us to your mom's Christmas party.
Could be.
Duh.
Laura, haven't people thought that I was your brother before?
Yeah, I think you're my brother all the time.
Oh, thanks.
I look at you and I think, look at this little brother of mine.
How did you guys meet, and how did you say, "Oh, I gotta get him as my drummer"?
And brother. And
Well,
brother.
he met me. No,
Little
we
drummer
put an
brother.
Ad out. Foxtails Brigade was looking for a alternative style drummer who played percussion and not a traditional drum kit at first. And
And by alternative
Um,
style, you mean someone who listened to K-Rock 106.
Mhm.
yeah,
Right.
pair.
It was the
yeah.
only prerequisite.
106.7 K-Rock.
Somebody who listens exclusively to Love Lines every night.
Yeah, who listens to
talking,
Ricky Rackman and Dr. Drew.
Are you
Dr.
talking
Dre.
Gin Blossoms?
Gin Blossoms.
You know,
County
Blind Melon,
Crows,
Toad
Stuff
the
like
Wet
that.
Sprocket. You know,
early radio.
Presidents of the United States of Jamaica.
yeah.
Yeah. So Dominic responded and he was like, pick me. And I just loved his little vibe, his little attitude. He was just so gung ho. And I thought I could work with this.
He was so Don Ho.
We both like Joanna Newsom. I feel like that was
We
the
both
earliest
liked Joanna
sign.
Newsom. That was a big sign. Yeah, we were both.
It was a sign of
big
things to come.
fans.
More like Joanna,
Still
no
are.
drums.
Joanna, no drums. That's
Joanna,
not true
no
anymore,
drums.
She's
though.
got drums these days.
She does.
Oh,
have
she
drums
does?
these days.
Okay.
She's
She
had
doesn't
them
have-
since like
she has-
2012.
She's had him for a while. She's had drums.
Since her second album, pretty much.
But wait, there was a question that kind of went by the wayside, which was, what was your original plan, Doug, before you were going to join us? for
Yes,
Christmas?
original
Oh,
plan.
right.
Me?
DOWGY. Yes, you.
I mean, I
Whoops.
can respond for you if you want.
Wait, ask me what question got
What
brought up?
was your original plan for Christmas this year?
It's the same plan as it still is.
As it always was.
Which is
Same as it ever was.
come to my mom's Christmas party if it's not happening.
I rented out a cave and I'm gonna
Mm.
stay there by myself
Oh.
in the pitch black and do my meditation. No,
Will you have
I-
a tree at least?
I'm planning on. I have a tree. Yeah, I had it out here. It was like behind me last week for our Christmas party, but
It still is behind you. It's called the giving tree.
it's just a little tree. But no, I'm gonna go to my parents' house.
Where's your parents'
And,
house?
My sister lives there, and I'm gonna see my niece and nephew. One of my nieces and nephews, and hopefully, I mean, they want to go to church.
Really?
so I'm
Wait,
gonna
where,
go-
where do you?
I'm gonna go to a super spreader event in Colorado.
Wait, no, they're not going to church, are they really?
I mean, they want to.
Holy crap! Was
Wow, really?
I mean,
are you really gonna go?
serious?
I mean, look, I'm gonna find out how hardcore it is. I
Wait,
don't
so
know.
this is in Colorado?
Heck no.
Yes, it's like near Denver.
So you're gonna
But-
fly there?
No, I usually drive out there.
Mhm.
I'll get a COVID test later this week, and then I don't know.
And
If
then
they
go
like-
get
Then
and then
all
go
bets
get
are off.
COVID,
And then
go
go
get
get
COVID, at
COVID, then
church.
come back positive.
and then spread it
No,
around.
you're
here.
gonna go get a
Then go-
COVID
then you're
test.
gonna
Go
start
get
going
COVID. Go get a COVID test. Go get COVID, and then go get positive.
I
Next,
mean,
thank you.
maybe the church thing is like, I know they made some kind of reservation, so maybe it's like we only get our own private. I just go because my mom is Catholic and she wants me to go.
So did you grow up
Just-
going to church a lot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so you just go because your mom wants you to go.
Yeah, if it makes my mom happy, I'll go.
If
She
it makes
wants me
your
to
mom
get
happy
COVID,
to
I
get
get
COVID, you're
She
gonna
wants
go.
me to
Okay.
get COVID, I get it.
Okay. Well, that's a good son.
Plus, Jesus is our Lord and Savior, so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
haven't,
that's
figured that out yet, you might want to
I think
get on
Jesus will-
board.
Jesus
How
will
do you
keep us
really?
safe.
I mean, how do you really feel about that? Like, do you have mixed feelings, trepidations, or are you kind of just like it's fine?
The church thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even think about it because we go every year, and my sister was like, "Do you want to go to church on Christmas Eve at 5 p.m.?" And I was like, "I did." You know what? I didn't even think about it. I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like we go every year, right? But then, like
Mhm.
a few days later, I'm like, "Wait a second. I better
That could be an
better
issue.
like I don't want to." And then I sent her a sarcastic text like, "Hope we get shot up with our vaccine by then."
Uh-huh.
So
and then she
Is
said,
it going to be weird to have to like sort of be contrary to that or contradict that when you're in person? Is it going to be awkward to be like, I'm thinking this might not be such a good idea?
yeah,
I'm sorry. That's
I don't want to get into it, but
Yeah.
let's just say some of my family members believe some dumb shit about politics
Mm-hmm.
and things like that I don't
Mhm.
agree with, but we get along. We don't really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's most families, isn't it? I feel
Right.
like
I
every
think that's
family.
most families. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we have family members that believe.
some extended family members, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, extended family members.
I feel like most people I talk to, they got at least a couple family members who are on the opposite end of the political spectrum.
But I think it's hard even when you're on the same side of the political spectrum, but then you still have varying degrees of belief about, the degree of how contagious COVID is or what the real effects are and what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. All of that stuff affects people's inner relationships, I think, to a degree. Even if it's not that, polarizing, it still
Right.
is an issue.
I understand. I'm the kind of person that sees it from everyone's point of view. Like I understand. I get everyone should stay home and quarantine, but I also get all these poor people with their small businesses going out of business. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just like they have a point too. Like, I don't know. If you want to get into it, I would just think like there shouldn't be one or the other. It should be like, okay, if you want everything to close down, fine, but the government got to pay up. Don't make business go out of business or something, you know? Shouldn't that be the way it goes?
Yeah, hopefully that will be the way it goes.
If
They're
you want to
trying
go to
make it
church,
go
you
right,
go to
right?
church, fine. But like, if the hospitals are filled,
But the church got to pay up.
right? Church has got to. The priest has
How
to be
about
able to
that?
like house all the COVID patients, or no, something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should pay you to go. They
Work
should
with each
pay
other.
you to go.
What's that?
They should pay you to go to church. You know, just
Yeah.
Or maybe they could
hand
give
out
back some of
hundreds
their
of dollars.
donations. They're
Well,
like,
it's
if you
kinda-
come to our church, we'll give you back 2 years worth of donations.
Right. All the
Donations.
donations pay for anyone that got COVID at church to pay for their bill, and
And if
then
they
when
die,
they die,
they'll
the,
just
the
get-
priest does the free funeral.
They're like,
You know,
if
this
you
is
die
how.
from COVID, we will do a free funeral on us.
Yeah,
No
that's
questions
why
asked.
I need to be a politician because I come up with pragmatic results like that.
That is
Putting
very
together,
pragmatic.
bringing these different sides together. We can all
Mhm.
agree in the middle.
Joe Biden, are you listening?
I know.
He's listening to
Wow.
everyone. He wants to be everyone's.
Can we make a stretch Biden? You know, like it's a little Biden doll that you can stretch him around in different parts of his limbs and things.
You can like stretch him to the right.
He's probably more right than left, but
Yeah, he's stretched in both ways, I think,
Yeah,
right now.
he's
Stretched.
being stretched by all the corporations who own him, right? You guys want to get political?
It's funny because you could do that. That actually really is an interesting, very
Symbolic thing.
very sort of pointed commentary is that you have a stretch Armstrong doll of Joe
Of
Biden,
Biden.
and you can kind of have, the left pulling him on one side, the right pulling him on another side, corporations pulling on another side,
Mhm.
and then you have
Point where he's just
you
like a
know,
mangled, distorted mess.
and then you
Which
have
is like
the
symbolic of his
then you
inner
have
character.
the alternative K-Rock scene pulling him on the other side.
Dr.
Like
Drew is
each
like
limb is
Dr.
getting
Drew
pulled
is
by a
pulling on
different.
his testicles.
You just had this little
Wait,
kid.
wait,
What?
who's pulling on the testicles?
Dr. Drew? I don't know.
And then Ricky
Ricky
Rackman's, sort of,
Rackman's
like,
just in the
pulling
corner
his,
laughing.
His little, he's pulling his little earlobe, and then he's like, he's laughing, or he's pulling his head and making it bang because he was the host of the
He's
head.
pulling his
Bang
head.
as
He's
well.
like, it works.
So
Oh,
Laura,
no, Adam Carolla.
Do you guys even do presents at all? Or are you like so
Yeah.
anti-holidays? You're like, I ain't going to church. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't gonna.
She's
do
not
a present."
anti-holidays. None of us are
No.
anti-holidays.
No, I'm not anti-holidays at all. But I do have a song called "I'm Not Really in the Christmas Mood" this year. Check it out if you haven't heard it. But no, I love presents. I'll take all of them. I'll take as many presents as people want to give me. I don't know why people are always like, I hate presents, because I just think they're great. I mean, when they're good, of course.
Do
Well,
people
that's
really
the,
hate
that's the
presents?
problem, because I do buy presents for my nieces and nephews, and I worry that I'm just buying stuff for the landfill. I want something.
Well,
That's what I'm going to do this year though. I'm giving them cold hard cash because they're like
Oh.
teenagers now. I don't know what they want.
that's cool.
You know what I mean?
I think it's
I really
easier.
like opening presents. I love the act of opening a present, ripping open the paper. But I also think gift giving, people are always like, it's so corporate and like it's just an excuse to spend money. But I really do think it's a great thing that people actually have to think about other people that they wouldn't ever really think about any other time of the year. It's like, even if it's just for a little thing, you're at least having that person in your mind. I think there's something to that. That's good.
I bought them presents, but I'm also going to just give them cash.
Oh, that's great. So they get cash and presents.
Yeah, I bought them like cute little socks or something. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's fun. I
cash
like
and
socks.
prizes.
Cash
Yeah.
and prizes.
I got
Yeah.
Brent. I bought them both Brent Weinbach's Christmas album piano.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a good
digital.
album. That's
They're
a
gonna love
great
that.
Christmas present.
There's actually,
Are they?
Laura's husband's kind of encouragement to put it out. Actually,
That's what I was going to get you, Brent, but I guess I got to find something else.
my Christmas album.
Yeah, I was going to get you your Christmas album.
A free
By the way,
subscription
I
to-
didn't mention it, but I mean, it's been out for a little bit. But for the holiday time, people can find that on, wherever you get stuff, iTunes and wherever, other places, Apple Music, whatever it's called.
I have some music on Spotify and whatever's, and the two most played songs by far are these Christmas covers I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they
Hey,
got
well, I got a whole album of Christmas covers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
10
but I'm just
songs.
saying
It's a short album though.
of all my music, my original music, which is like absolutely fascinating and
Yeah.
incredible stuff. People just want to play the Christmas one.
What are the covers?
That's how I make $13 a year
Right.
from those plays.
Hey, that's a niece's Christmas gift right there.
That's a cup of coffee right there. That's a niece's gift.
That's a niece's cup of coffee right there.
That's a Brent's album right there, maybe even more.
I mean, I also listen to Spotify, and I recently got my top artists in review playlists. So, if anyone wants to listen to just my playlist of other artists, I mean, there it is.
I was gonna get you that for Christmas.
Oh, you were gonna get me
your playlist.
Your playlist.
Oh,
Who's
hey, I
on
think
there?
This could work. Foxtails Brigade, Brent's Christmas album, a couple of
Doug's album.
Christmas songs.
Doug's
Just-
Christmas
only
songs,
Doug's
not
Christmas
his
covers.
original.
Yeah, I only like the Christmas ones.
Right.
What,
You really
what,
blew
song,
it with the others.
what songs did you cover?
Up on the Housetop and We Three Kings.
I like that song, We Three Kings, but how does Up on the Housetop go?
Up
Up on the housetop.
It's an instrumental version. You never heard Up
Oh.
on the Housetop? It's the most joyful song of Christmas.
Up
Is
on
it
the
not?
housetop.
It's pure.
We'll be having some fun up on the housetop.
No, it's not like that.
We'll be making a run up
It's
on
not like
the
that at all.
housetop. Housetop. Is that how it goes?
It's like this. Up on the housetop. Wait.
Reindeer
Up on the
crash.
housetop, reindeer.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps the good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, ho, ho. Who wouldn't go? Ho, ho, ho. Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop. Click, click, click. Down through the chimney, good Saint Nick.
Wow, that's
Sing that way out of
new.
tune.
Never
Never
heard of
heard
this.
that one.
I ain't never heard of this.
Dude,
one
it's the
before.
jam.
Never heard
Bruh,
that.
and bruh, let me tell you, man,
Bruh.
I know Christmas songs, bruh, and I ain't never heard of this one, bruh.
It's cool because it's like totally secular. It's about Santa. It's about Santa on the house coming down the chimney.
I never heard of this, dude, bruh. I know Christmas songs, bruh, and I never heard this song before, bruh. So I feel like
It's not a
Either-
real Christmas song.
I feel like you're either making this up or, you're like teaching me something right now, bruh.
Bruh, I just listened to this podcast yesterday that somebody said I gotta listen to. It's about this dude who had a song. He was like started singing a song to like his wife and he's like, remember that song from the 90s? And she's like, I don't know what song you're talking about. And he remembered this whole song, all the lyrics, how the parts sounded, the instrumentation. And she's like, no, that's not a song. I never heard of that. And then he tried to Google it. He Googled the lyrics. Nothing came up. And then they went on this like search to see if this song exists or if he just like had this like false memory of like a song that doesn't exist. But
Yeah.
the full song, everything about it, he remembered. All this, the way the solo was, the chorus, this like flute part, he had written it down, and then he hired a band to because he used the app where you can sing into the app, and they'll be like, you have like a song stuck in your head, you can like sing it into some app.
Mhm.
It didn't work on the app. So he hired a band to like remake the song. He wrote the lyrics down, told them how the solo sounds, how the singing sounds, and they redid the song. And what happens next will blow you away.
I know. I mean, that's what we're waiting for here. Was
I
it
can
real
spoil
or-
it. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
And it turned out the song was "Freedom" by George Michael or something. Or no, not. I guess, or it was like the song turns out to be "Can We Talk" by Tevin Campbell or something like that. It turns out to be.
This song turns out to be.
That's the whole song.
Yeah, the song. So
It's
the
like
song
it just
sounds
goes
like.
kind of like.
Do you guys know that song from the 90s? It was like a total hit. It's just like
It was like, yeah, it kind of trying to cash in on the whole craze of by Crash Test Dummies. So then there was that song I went,
Thinking it's Mbop by Pan.
no,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what about wait, what about Crash Hanson Dummies? Bop.
oh yeah, well, there was a song that trying to cash in and the Crash Test Dummies, and it's like, yeah, like instead of it's like
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh yeah. What if it was instead of it was it was just 3 instead of 4 mms, and or what if they just made a follow-up song themselves? How would that song go? It's like a cuica. It's like a Brazilian style song or something.
dude, Brent, you got to buy me a cuica for Christmas.
Could be.
At least give me the app.
You know,
It's got to be a cuica app. Will be so cool. You go like you
Right.
slide your
just
finger
do
across the
that.
phone, and it does the cuica.
You know what? I'll get this. I have somebody. I should remember this. But
Before you say
Laura,
that, before you say this, let me
the
just.
song.
I think the listeners might be like, "What the hell was that podcast?" It's called Reply All, number 158, the case of the missing hit.
Wait, and can we put out a spoiler alert and then
I
you
actually
tell
don't.
us?
I actually want to listen to this, so don't tell me right now.
It's
or I'll-
really interesting. It's really cool.
So-
Check it out.
I have a feeling the song. He kind of thought he heard the song, but it ends up being he makes the song, and then it ends up becoming a hit that had never existed, but it becomes a hit. It ends up being like Phil Collins, Susudia, or something like that.
I ain't gonna say, but they go to like the expert. They go to the Rolling Stone staff, and they go, and there's a part where it sounds like Bare Naked Ladies, and they interview the singer of Bare Naked Ladies because they figured if somebody has a style of singing, like, because it has a part that's like that kind of fast, talky, rappy, Bare Naked Ladies style. They figured like the bands that created that style know all the copycats.
Oh.
So they go to them to find out. But yeah, just listen to it. It's pretty right up your alley, Brent. It's pretty cool.
That sounds cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna listen to that. Yeah,
listen to
definitely.
it.
My guess is that it's Mambo number 5.
Brent, when you listen to a podcast, like I know you don't leave the house. Like if I listen to one, I'm doing dishes or I'm on a walk. What do? Are you just going to stare at the wall and just listen?
I sit on the couch and I might listen. Yes, I'll sit on the couch and listen.
Would you do anything else while you're listening?
No, I have to focus. If I start doing something else, I'm going to stop paying attention to it. I'd sit there and listen to it, you know? However, I will say that sometimes I do put stuff on a thumb drive and I can put that into my car. And if I have, I'm not driving a lot these days. So, but you know, the other day I drove to your house and that's kind of a long drive. And so that would have been a good time. I could have probably listened to the podcast there and back, you know.
Drives are perfect for podcasts.
I listen to the radio a lot in the car, you know.
Do you close your eyes when you listen to these podcasts, Brent?
Yeah, when I'm in the car, I just sit there. I don't even, when I'm out in the middle of the road, if I'm listening to the podcast, I can't drive. I can't actually use the wheel or press the pedal. I just, right there in traffic, I'm just sitting there listening, you know.
I've heard about people.
You're like,
I've heard about people that can't, when they drive, they demand that no one talks and no music is played so they can like focus on driving.
Yeah, I understand that to a degree. I mean, for me, it's the other way around. If someone's in the car with me, if I'm driving and talking, I sometimes will stop. I won't be able to talk with them, sort of, you know, or I'll stop talking. Well, sometimes I'll just be too focused on the road to engage.
Yeah, I hate when people are talking to me in the car. It's like, I'm trying to focus here. Enough of these questions. You know?
you're like, I'm trying to be a passenger. What's the big? Do we really have to be talking?
Unless you're playing
Focusing on being a
Punchbug.
passenger.
I'll talk if we're playing Punch. Remember that game Punchbug? Did you ever
heck
play
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
If you see a
Yeah.
Volkswagen, you like punch your sister
In the face.
in the face.
Punchbuggy. They call it Punchbuggy.
Yeah, it's called
Every-
Punchbuggy, not Punchbug.
Yeah,
Everyone just leaves
What
the
are you,
car
some
with
kind
like a bloody face. It's like
Punchbug.
we were playing Punchbug.
Punchbug. That's probably some Midwest type thing.
That's
or
some
something
Midwest
like that,
type
you know?
thing.
Dude, I played
We call it-
Punchbug in the 70s in Germany, and I got the shit beat out of me, dude. Like I was in Bavaria.
It's all
I was in Bavaria in the 70s. My sister wanted to play Punchbug.
That's funny.
Dude, we had to go to the hospital.
One time I
Come
was
on,
walking
Brent,
down the
that's-
street and a
why
bunch
aren't
of
you
people
laughing,
He
Brent?
doesn't
I'm,
get
I'm,
it.
I'm trying to figure it out.
He's trying to process it. He's like,
I'm
wait,
It's a
processing it.
Volkswagen
Bavaria,
car.
Germany,
I don't know. It's like
bug?
a German
Oh,
car.
bug.
It's like there's gonna be
I
more
get
of
it.
No,
them.
he's not getting it.
There's
I
gonna be
get
more
it
of
now.
the.
I get it now.
This is Brent. He's like, aha.
Okay, I get it now. I get it now.
Well, you really did have an aha moment.
No, I was not getting it until
Ah.
I was trying to understand it when you were telling it, and then
No, it
and
was like he was driving. He couldn't talk. He had to focus
yeah,
on the
I was-
joke.
I was in
He was
driving
like, wait,
mode.
okay, bug, Bavaria, sister?
Well, I was trying to
Bud?
understand.
Aha.
Hold on a second. Let me think. Bug, Volkswagen, 70,
Repeating
sister.
exactly what I just said.
Actually, you know what that sounded like?
Oompa.
It sounded like Tim the Toolman Taylor for a second. It sounded
Brent,
like
you
a
gotta train yourself to laugh like a cuica.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, tell a joke. Tell a joke right now.
Brent, I
Brent
played
just went like
Punchbug.
this,
I was playing Punchbug the other day, and I was in Bavaria. I got the shit kicked out of me.
Pretty good.
I feel like you should be a little more like repetitive and rhythmic about it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I did just now.
I feel like you had a lot of variation going on.
Yeah, too much variation. You got to go like ooh, like it's part of a
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
You know,
It's like this. It's like that. Oh,
What
that's really
song
funny. Very funny. What if
oh,
someone
do
who
it
just
like that.
laughed?
Yeah, do it like that where it doesn't even sound like laughing. You just
It
like
doesn't even sound like laughing. It's just you're at a comedy show. Someone was like, something I told you, I get the hell out of my house. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, it's just you're hilarious, man. Tell another joke.
Brent, I'll tell you one of my newer jokes here. You know that song "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette?
Yeah. What about it?
Well, you know how she goes down on a guy in a theater.
What about it?
Did you know that that's Dave Coulier?
I did.
You know that's not even the weirdest part of that song.
What is?
The weirdest part of that song is the theater that she went down on him on is the UCB theater. And it gets
Like
weirder.
you have to be more.
That's not even
Wait,
weird.
sorry.
Put
Was
more
that
of
not
your
the?
put some more body movement.
No, this
into
is
it.
just a
Like,
bonus tag.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't
you know
the.
what I mean?
That wasn't the joke. That wasn't. Was that the
No,
joke?
that was the punchline. But then the
Oh, it
real
was, okay.
punchline is, and it gets weirder. The UCB theater. It was the UCB theater sunset.
That means I was laughing even harder, you know. Like the slower it is, the harder.
It almost seems like you're mocking the joke teller. Like that's so not funny. This is my response. It's like you're not even smiling.
It's okay. It wasn't that funny. It's fine.
You're basically just like
That
talking
joke
shit.
is like
You're making fun of them.
You're right. You're right. It's kind of like
It's like
kind of like you're
somebody's
mocking.
trying to make you laugh, and you're like, ooh, 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 ah. It's like you're saying, "Shut up." You're basically calling them a monkey or something.
You're like, that would be funny if I was
You're
a
like, okay,
monkey."
you're a monkey, I guess.
You're right. It's
Brent,
so
tell me a joke.
condescending.
Brent,
It's
tell me a joke.
condescending.
It's
One
so
more, and then we got to
condescending.
wrap it up. But tell me one.
Okay. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Getting verklempt.
That was the joke right there. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
he's getting all emotional about the Christmas. Why did the chicken?
Why?
So hey, I got a joke for you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Hey, I got a joke for you. Why did
Why did the chikungunya cross
It's like this.
the
It's like
road?
it's like I got a joke for you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
I just turned
Okay,
into an
that
aggressive.
actually did not seem like you were mocking him. That felt like you were genuinely excited because your eyes looked excited.
I just
You
turned into an
looked like you had
aggressive
some
chimp.
kind of. You seem like you have some kind of condition that makes you act like a monkey, and that's how you laugh. But because you look so excited, you're like. Where Brent, when he was doing it, Brent looked like this. No, when Brent does it, he's like this. Ooh, oh, ooh, 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 oh. He's not excited. He's
Oh
bummed.
my god, dude. That
Doug
was
looked
so funny.
excited.
Dude, that's the hardest I laughed and like I'm have tears coming out right now. I really am crying. That was so funny because
About the
the
chicken.
way no, it's just the way that Doug did it was like it looked like he had a condition.
It looked like he had like,
Which then it's like you kind of can't
it
laugh
did
back
express
at
that he
you
was
know?
laughing, but it was
I
like
mean, it was
this new
it was a
form.
mix of
You get like all angry. Kill a joke and you get like all mad.
It looked like you had a stroke or something.
Exactly. Respond to something that you're upset by with that. Be upset now. Do an upset version of that. So I just went to church and I found out I got COVID. That's still excited. I want you to look. It's all in your eyes. I feel like you have to be like this.
Wait, you want me to be?
You know what I mean? Tell me some bad news. Tell me some bad news.
Oh my god.
Try telling me some bad news.
Oh my god, I'm like
Tell me some bad
crying,
news.
man.
Tell me bad news.
Tears are coming out of my
Tell me
eyes
some
right
bad
now.
Laura.
news.
You got full-blown COVID. Oh
That
my god.
expresses distaste,
Oh,
unhappiness, general
Oh
anger.
my god, dude, my everything hurts in my face right now.
But now tell me some bad news and I'll show you an inappropriate response. Tell me some bad news.
Look, I got to we gotta wrap it up.
Ooh, see how my eyes are lighting up? It's all in the eyes.
I
You can do
have
anything,
to,
as long as your eyes say it.
all right, let's wrap up the main show and then we'll go after dark. So if you want to keep listening to us do monkey sounds and queekas,
30 minutes.
join our patreon.com/poundcast. And if you want to listen to Laura and Dominic's podcast, which is called
Oh god.
Totally tell me.
Totally
Oh
Tell
my
Me.
god, dude.
Just
Oh my
look it
God.
up on the podcast, any old podcast app or what?
We're
Yeah.
also doing live episodes right now. So every 2 Sundays at 7 p.m. we go live on Facebook. Brent's excited to listen.
The next one is going to be on Sunday,
Oh my
December, this coming
my
Sunday,
God.
whatever that date is.
Yeah, December 20th. We're reviewing Mank, which is
The new David
The
Fincher
Orson
movie.
Welles movie.
yeah.
And don't
directed by
forget to
David
check
Fincher.
out the new Foxtails Brigade single, Hurry Up, John, out now, wherever music is available.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, that was
Hell
too
yeah.
funny. Thank you to Chloe Bonilla, Jack Birch, Alberto, Jackie Montana.
What if you did that to cough instead of coughing? You're like, oh.
Oh my god, it's like I was laughing so hard there's like phlegm in my throat here. Jackie Montana and Nathan Pittman for their help. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I feel like I worked out just now. Yeah, anyway, that's good. And check out the video. This is a good episode to, I think, see on video, I think. Because there's a lot of funny faces and stuff. So youtube.com/the Poundcast.
And thank you guys for having us on today.
Yeah, thank you.
As always, thank you to our sponsor, LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. Use the code word Poundcast for 20% off. See you next week on
The Poundcast. Bruh.